Hello, welcome back to Pondering Podcast. Hi, Cindy. How's it going?
Very good. How are you doing?
I'm great. The sun is shining. It's like 70 degrees here. It's
Oh,
so
you better
nice.
enjoy that
I know. I'm going
because I
outside
think
after
my
this.
cold is coming your way.
Oh no, I don't want it. I'm done.
Oh, I
I
hear you.
usually love winter, but I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
burst out. I know.
Anyway, we are here to discuss a podcast from Self Improvement Daily. It is only 2 minutes, 27 seconds long, and it is called Motivation Equals Motive for Action from January 18th of this year. So excited to talk about this. This one was nice and short, but really had some good information. He really talked about how motivation, that's the equation. Motivation equals motive for action. So he brought up some silly examples like, if you have to go to the bathroom, then you find a bathroom and you go use it. But the point was that basically what we need to do to take action is to figure out how we're making conscious motivation. So find the motivation to do what you need to do. And one of the questions that he asked was, what is the reward that's going to motivate you? Because in that silly example, like, you feel better after you go to the bathroom when you have to go to the bathroom, right? So, but what is the reward? What's the payoff doing the action? What is it going to, what need is it going to satisfy for you? So, I think I've talked a lot about checking a box. Like, I love crossing something off a to-do list. And so that for me is very motivating to say, check done, off your to-do list, off your shoulders, off your mind. But bigger than that, I guess the question for you is, what motivates you in your business? What motivates you, especially to do the boring, hard stuff, to get through, to find what need does it meet when you get some stuff done that you maybe aren't super motivated to do?
That is, I think it's that overhanging checkbox of like getting it done. Like, I know I have to do it. It'll be on a to-do list, and I'm the only person who's going to do it. So I feel like because I'm not relying on anyone else, I get it done. And not always exactly when I want to get it done. So I have time, like a time frame on myself. And for whatever reason, that due date still matters. Like, not because someone's going to get mad at me, or the internet world is going to say, oh, Cindy didn't get it out there on time, on her time. I want to be consistent. So that matter. I think some of these values that are within me, those are what are helping me stay accountable to my business. I want to be consistent. I want to be trustworthy. So therefore people know they can depend on me. And if I'm not, accountable to that, like say I'm not accountable to sending out invoices or, to the, if I'm not even accountable to myself to putting in the accounting part, I don't love that. But that helps me know that I'm following through for myself. So it's very much intrinsic motivation. I don't have oh, I'm going to do this. I always say, it's interesting. When I get the next client, I'm going to go get a pedicure. I've been saying that for a long time. And I don't know why, like the last client or the client before, I didn't actually follow through on this like thing I tell myself. I guess because the reward is actually getting the client. It's not, now I got the client, now I'm gonna get a pedicure. But in my mind, when I'm like hunting, like out there putting more ads out or whatever, in my mind, I'm saying, okay, when I get that next client, I'm gonna get a pedicure. But then, it's a weird, don't even ask me what that's about. But it's a weird little like thing I do to myself, but it's my values. I think it's just some of those core things that I know about myself that, through coaching and work on my own, I've been able to realize help me stay intrinsically motivated. And then it's my people, it's like talking about it with you or collaborating with the coaches to just help us all stay motivated towards, the next thing. I thought it was interesting. I wrote down one thing he said: we are more likely to avoid discomfort than pursue pleasure. And I thought that was a profound statement, because that is how our brains are wired, to avoid danger, to not put ourselves in those positions. So we work really hard on that. But then when we're looking, I'm not quite sure what he means to, I think plenty of people pursue pleasure, but maybe not in the balance of discomfort. I don't understand that fully, but I thought it was kind of a profound statement. I don't know. What's that make you think?
Probably, well, what comes to mind for me is the idea of, if you are sitting comfortable in something, then comfortable enough, I guess I should say. So let's say you have a job that is secure, or your business is going well as is. Instead of reaching for the growth to make change, to make it better, you're willing to sit in, like, you don't want to put yourself out there, which is uncomfortable. You don't want to put yourself in the discomfort of trying something new to grow your business and make it better, or like quit the job that you're in to get a better paying job. You're much happier to sit in what you know than potentially being in an uncomfortable situation.
Very much makes sense.
Like
now.
avoid for me, it's like, right, I did write my newsletter, just so everybody knows.
You did.
But it's like, avoid the discomfort of sitting there and doing it when I know that I'll be so happy when it's done.
Yeah.
But I just want to avoid, what I feel like is going, and it wasn't even hard, you guys.
Yeah.
But
well, it takes that sitting down. You have to build in the pause and the stop and have the time and the focus and no interruptions. It's not easy to do those newsletters that we all keep doing. And I think that feeling of done really does help.
Yeah. And I actually think that you're very fortunate to be intrinsically motivated. That's not true for all people. I think I'm also intrinsically motivated, but I think too, it comes back, for me, it comes back to the why and the bigger picture. And some days it's not enough, right? Some days the motivation's just not there to do the hard things, but then you start over again on the next day. But having the community, I think, is huge. We created this community around this idea of, there is more drive and motivation to keep the ball rolling when you have like-minded people surrounding you. It's one of the key factors in coaches having successful businesses, is being a part of a community that keeps you up and keeps you moving. And also just that bigger picture why, like, what are we doing here? We have a purpose, we have a reason, and it is way bigger than ourselves and our paychecks and even our clients. It's bigger than that. There's a global purpose behind it. And that can be very motivating, especially on those days where you just feel like, okay, today's not my day, but you know what? I'm not going to stop forever, because there's a bigger mission here and I'm working toward it. So I think that is huge on those days where you really just can't find it. That's okay. I think as long as you get back up and you go again, and maybe that's your clue that you're a little bit in burnout, like we talked about before, and you maybe need to take a step back and figure out what you can change and adjust to be able to find that motivation again.
Very true. I think that's, I like the idea a lot of that global purpose. There's a passion behind the work we're doing, and a bigger reach than just like sitting at the computer writing a blog or a newsletter. We're touching people and they're touching people, and it's spreading. So I think that's a really big thing to remember of, why we're doing the work we do. So I liked this one. It's short and sweet.
Yeah.
It made me think. I love when I listen to something and I'm like, and that's kind of what we do with our clients. Everybody's digging into what's underneath. So I appreciated this one a lot.
Yeah. Let us know what motivates you, or what's the hardest thing to get motivated to do in your life or in your business. Maybe it's fitness, maybe it's eating healthy, maybe it's some newsletter. thing you got going on. But shout out below. We'd love to hear what motivates you or what you might need some accountability or encouragement to get through. And we hope to see you tuning in and commenting next time on Pondering Podcast. Thanks.
Very good to see you. Take care, Leslie.